Greetings everyone, and welcome to the Quarter Fraction End of the Year Review video. In this video, I will demonstrate the progress this project has made in the past months, as well as talk about future plans. But first, since this video will most likely be your introduction to the project, allow me to put you up to speed on what this game is. Quarter Fraction is a first-person shooter RPG game based on the original non-translated version of Epistle 3, written by Mark Laidlaw. It was started as a small project for Epistle 3 Jam in 2017, and has gone through multiple iterations, finally becoming a first-person shooter exactly 1 year ago. Aside from voice actors, level designers, and translators, this game is being developed exclusively by a single person. Alright, this should give you an idea of what this project aims to be. Now, let's talk about how this game has changed over the course of the past 12 months. One of the most important components of the FPS game is the fluid movement, and after many iterations spanning from the start of the project to the present day, it has finally reached a point where it can be considered done. Now it is smooth and responsive, with support for air control. The movement itself is velocity-based, meaning that the player can be affected by external forces, such as wind, explosions, or physical contact. Thanks to interpolation, the player can move smoothly on the stairs, eliminating any need for clip brushes. It also allows players to climb on objects by jumping next to them, just like in the original game. Let's talk about the guns and weapon systems for a moment. Both of them received significant updates throughout the development. New animation rig for view models, new first-person weapon controller, up to 24 slots for weapons, support for alternative attack modes, unique weapon behaviors, modifications, bullet penetration, and weapon recoil. That's just to name a few things that were implemented. A new weapon attachment system needs to be talked about separately. As you travel the world, you will find different guns with random attachments. Those attachments alter the way the guns work. They can improve firing accuracy, damage, firing rate, and with attachments like the grenade launcher, even enable alternative firing modes. It's a nice addition that can bring variety into gunplay and reward players for exploration. The core game components were also improved. Managing data more efficiently should impact the game performance in a positive way. For that purpose, a game loader component was made, loading and saving the necessary data such as world objects, items, and entities. A new user interface was introduced at the start of this year to enable mouse, keyboard, and gamepads when navigating the menus. Player's heads-up display has also been reworked for expanded functionality and better readability. The audio manager was upgraded to enable 3D spatial sounds and audio processing. Recently, a lot of effort went into room management. In short, new components enable and update world reflections, making mirror-like reflective objects feasible, as well as set up the audio processing filters, which are based entirely on the room's volume and its individual sides. Sounds played in small rooms will only be affected slightly, with much more noticeable delay and reverb effect added as the room gets larger. Game modding is another question that's worth covering. Although this game cannot be modded in the general sense, there are still some things that you can do. For example, you can create custom localizations and translate the game to your language. You can also create your custom weapon with different stats using the new attachment system. To obtain your custom weapon, you can either edit the file with starting conditions, or any of the save files that you've created. But this is nothing compared to what I'm about to say next. In 3 to 5 months from now, a new built-in map editor will be worked on. In this map editor, all the geometry will be constructed for the main game. Personally, I can't wait for the start of development. It's a very difficult but also very exciting sub-project. Well, that pretty much covers all the new changes made in the past year. Of course, it's far from a complete list. Just all the things that you might consider interesting. That said, let's move on and see what awaits this project in the nearest future. To be on track when developing a game, it's very important to have a roadmap, a list of stages and features that must be implemented. Since the development was recently restarted, a new roadmap needed to be made. We are currently at stage 2, working on environmental components. This stage is about 80% finished and would require at least 2 more weeks to be completed. The following stage will focus on hostile NPCs, their artificial intelligence, and combat. This is where the core gameplay will start surfacing. Stay tuned for further updates and progress reports. Do you want to download and play the current version? The latest daily builds can be downloaded using a link in the description of this video. Also, in the description is the Discord invite link. You can share your feedback, learn more about this project, and submit bugs. Alternatively, you can just leave a comment here on YouTube. Whatever you do, it helps the project. Thank you for watching this video. This has been Renigen, and until then, signing off.